Hello, and I hope you're ready for some great rum cocktails today. Sorry I'm a bit late, I've been running around for the ice and the bits and pieces. If you're here, please say hi, ask any questions in the comments, whether that's cocktails or cruising or whatever you like, within reason. I have got 5 cocktails for you today. They're all rum based, but if you don't like rum, just shout and I'll let you know. Oh, I'm out of breath. It's because I've been running. Happy back on land to those who came back off Arvia today. I know there's lots of you, and if you're sailing off today, have a wonderful time. It looks a great ship. I know Jamie's done lots of videos and we'll have lots of videos coming up, but the pictures that Emma and Jamie and Robert have shared have made me a bit twitchy. I'm like, ooh, I'd love to go on that ship. Anyway. Say hi if you're here. We'll crack on with the first one. Or actually, I'll introduce you to the rums first, because I am using today, you see I've got some rum behind me as well. These are some of my favourite ones, but the Tidal rum is one that I've been, as you can see, getting through very easily. It's beautiful rum. Hi Robert! And it's a really good one. So if you like drinking neat rum, it's lovely. It's got sort of seaweedy botanicals in there. It's really nice. I'm also going to be using the one that's a collaboration with P&O. So this is Tidal Rum and P&O, and they've created, I don't know if you can see it quite so well, but they've created Golden Tide, which is a spiced rum, but again, it's got lots of those sort of coastal botanicals in it, so seaweeds and sea thingies. I don't know. So I'll be using that one a bit later on, because it was Robert actually who sent me the Arvia menu from the atrium and from around the ship of the rum cocktails using Golden Tide. So I've taken a little bit of inspiration there and a bit of license, I suppose, to try and recreate some of those flavours for you today. Anyway, I'm waffling on, so let's have a go. So the first one, this one is from the Arvia menu. It's actually quite a classic. So this is Missionary's Downfall. If you like things like mojitos, especially if you like those sort of fruitier ones that get created, I think you'll like this one. So you will need some rum. Now for this one, I'm going to use the Tidal rum, which is golden rum. You may want to use white rum, so you could use Bacardi in this. You could use a dark rum. So actually a rum I would probably use would be, which I'm on the dregs of, would be something like an Appleton Estate, which is another one that rum that I like in my cocktails. So rum, make sure you've got the rum. It's not actually too much of a boozy one, this, and I'll explain how you can make it similar for a mocktail as well in a moment. So rum, creme de pêche. Now that is a peach liqueur. You could use peach schnapps, so something like Archer's if you wish. I have got the Briotet creme de pêche, which is absolutely beautiful. I love this. Use it in a few different cocktails, or a little splash with some Prosecco is lovely as well. And then I've also got some pineapple juice and some lime juice. I've already squeezed my lime juice here, and mint leaves. Lots of mint leaves. Our mint is not growing yet in the garden, so I'm hoping that will come up. And I've just quickly made some honey syrup as well. So honey syrup is optional. Well, when I say not boozy, I mean it's only a small amount of rum. You can vary your rum to suit your taste, let's say. So honey syrup, really easy to make. Just about in a jar or in a honey jar that's about a third of the way down. You know, you've got a third left. Pour in some hot water from the kettle, shake it up, and you've got your honey syrup. It's a really nice, easy one to do. If you prefer not to use honey, you could use sugar syrup here, or agave nectar, something like that. You don't have to have the honey syrup if you don't want to. So there's all the ingredients, and I've got in a pickle already. I haven't done a cocktail session in ages, so I'm a bit rusty. So grab your shaker. So I'm using Boston shaker here. So Boston shaker comes in 2 parts. Sometimes it'll be 2 metal parts, but typically it'll be a glass, a bit like a pint glass, and a metal half here. Normally you bung everything into your metal half, but I like you to be able to see what I'm popping in there as we build up. So it's heavy on the mint. So if you don't like mint, you probably won't like this one. It's really refreshing, great spring into summer one. So you want about 15, believe it or not, 15 mint leaves. Save a nice sprig of mint for your garnish. And oh, it smells lovely. And bearing in mind it's from the supermarket, that's not too bad. And I've lost count of how many leaves, but we'll not worry about that. So if you're on a cruise countdown, I am. Oh, let me know which ship, where you're off to, whether it's your first cruise or whether you're what's the word? I can't think of the word. Experienced sailor, shall I say? Surely I've got about 15 in there. Yeah, I do like my mint in my mojito-y type things, so I don't mind this at all. And then we're going to just pop a shot of rum, so 30 mils. When I do a shot or a measure, I go off the sort of 30 mils. In the UK, a shot is typically 25 mils. Come on. Whichever you wish. My jigger has 30 mil measures, so 1 ounce measures on here. If you've got a different type, I haven't got one handy, but if you've got the typical ones that you buy in the UK, it'll be a 25 mil and a 50 mil, which is why I like this one. It's my favourite jigger. So I'm going for 30 mils of rum in. Don't worry if you go over, which I have a little bit. And then we are going to muddle the mint in with the rum. And muddling is basically squishing, I'd say. So this is a muddler. It's like a little baton. It's got a flat end there. So some bar spoons will have a flat end. I don't think I've got my flat-ended one. No, I haven't. Some have a flat end on there, and that's what you can use for this. So good old squish. Get that mint essence out of the leaves, and just, yeah, it'll start to look a little cloudy, I would expect. Maybe a little green. Don't worry about that. There we go. That should do. And then we are going for half a shot of the creme de pêche. You could use any fruity flavour syrup here actually. You could use apricot liqueur. You could use perhaps a strawberry liqueur. It is going to go in with a pineapple, remember, so think about that. But the classic is half a shot of creme de pêche or your peach schnapps. The Archer's is really readily available in the supermarket, as is the supermarket owned ones as well. They often have their own, so it's quite easy to get hold of the peach schnapps. Then we're going for half a lime juice. Half a pineapple juice. I'm sure I've got something wrong with this one. I feel like I'm missing something. We'll see how it comes out in the glass. Got a little feeling. And then that doesn't seem enough at all for a Collins glass. So I've either not written this down right. Oh, we'll see. And then half a honey syrup. Good evening, Tony. That's husband Tony. He's been running around for me. So I owe him a cocktail. Okay. I might have to get him to quickly look up whether a Missionary's Downfall actually has any top-up stuff, because this doesn't look much to me. But... Right, we are... Oh, I'm not going to get very far with that anyways. Let's get some ice in there. So, little cubes of ice. We're going to give it a really good shake, this one, because we've got the syrup in there. So when we've got syrup, I just want to give it a really good old shake. And I'll just prep my glass before I do that. So I'm going to use a Collins glass. This is more of a highball, really. But a Collins glass or a highball. think my crushed ice is all sticking together, but we'll try. So crushed ice if you've got it, otherwise don't worry. There we go, that should be alright. So we'll prep that there. Ooh. Tea towel's gone somewhere as well. I'm always losing that, aren't I? Right, good old shake. Okay. And you want to be shaking for two reasons really. It's diluting to the right dilution and we're also cooling the drink down, cooling those ingredients down nicely. So you should have some condensation on the outside of your shaker here. There we go, that should do it. And then, yes, it's quite a calm one, this one. Which is probably why it's Missionary's downfall rather than out and out boozy. Oh, it smells gorgeous actually. So we're going to strain this over our crushed ice. Probably should really double strain it, so a bit like a tea strainer type thing, but I've forgotten to bring that one through, so I'll just pour this over. Oh, it's not doing too bad, is it? Actually, I shouldn't have been moaning about how much was in there, because that's a pretty good serving, isn't it? There we go. If you've used white rum, it won't be quite so yellow as this. And if you've used a darker one, obviously it'll be a bit darker. Pop a bit more ice in. Whoops. Need a little bit of crushed ice for later as well, so I'll pop her. There we go. You can always add more ice in. And then our garnish is a sprig of mint. So if you've got a nice sprig of mint in there, there we go. Our Missionary's downfall, as soon as we've got. So I think the rum cocktails in the atrium on Arvia are actually only available on the Caribbean cruises, I think, because it looks as though the last Arvia cruise, it was around the Med, had the same same cocktails that we had when we were on board at Christmas, which was Canaries, and they're different around the world cocktails rather than Caribbean ones. So I think they're switched over. So Robert didn't get through more than half of the cocktail menu. Oh, give you one job. So let's have a taste of this one. Oh, that's delicious actually. Oh my. Ooh. I like that. That is so much better than I was expecting. I haven't made this one before. I've heard a lot about it, but because it only had one shot of rum, I was like, not sure about that. But actually, that is delicious. So I hope that is very similar to what you get on board. So, Missionary's downfall, and I believe that's in the atrium on Arvia. It might be available in some of the other bars as well. I haven't been on Arvia, so I'm guessing some of these just to warn you. But they are twists on the classic, I think. Hi Diane, thank you for joining. Oh, and we're all just going to wind Robert up now that he didn't get through the cocktail menu. Okay, our next one, this isn't a cruise ship one, but I thought it sounded really delicious and I think it will go really nicely with the Tidal rum. So I'm going to stick with my Tidal rum. I am really loving this. So I got the Tidal rum and the Golden Tide. I ordered that online from Tidal Rum directly, and they had a good offer on at the time. It looks like they run offers quite regularly. So if you've enjoyed the rum on Arvia, or you enjoy rum anyway, then yeah, give it a go. Keep an eye on those offers. So, oh, we want to stick with the pineapple. So rum, pineapple. See, rum and pineapple is really lovely Caribbean vibe, isn't it? Holiday vibe. So, we will also need some lime juice. And we will need some Galliano. So we've used Galliano before in these sessions, but not for a while. So Galliano is this beautiful sort of, I don't know what you, conical, isn't it? Yeah, conical bottle. I always think it looks really good on a cocktail shelf. So this is a herbal liqueur. You can get different types. So I've got the L'Autentico, however you say it. I always get it in a pickle. Can get a vanilla version. I actually do a coffee liqueur as well, which would I would like to try that sometime. But this is the herbally one. I like this one for cocktails because it seems to just work really, really well whenever you need to include it. So, Galliano, rum, pineapple juice, lime juice, dash of sugar syrup if you wish. I'm not going to include sugar syrup in mine because I don't like cocktails too sweet. And some fizz. So, champagne if you can do champagne, but I've got a Prosecco here, which will work just as well. You could use cava, you could use a sparkling wine, whatever you fancy really. So let's make some space. Feels really dark in here, but I had to shut the curtains because there's sunshine and it was bleaching everything out. But now I feel like I'm in the dark and not in the springtime, which I know it's lovely out there. So I'm going to switch over a little bit because that's got all my mint leaves in. So I've got another half. There we go, get rid of the dregs. And we are going to go for 1.5 rum this time. So a golden rum if you've got one, a dark rum will work. In fact, vodka would work here. A white rum, it's quite versatile. I think you'd get away with those. Probably even a tequila actually. Yeah, go for a tequila in there, that would be good. I know some of you are fans of tequila like me, and some of you aren't. Oh, 1.5, nearly shortchanged myself there. So 1.5 rum. Oh, it just smells lovely, this. It's a little smoky edge to it, which is really lovely. And half a shot of our Galliano. So it's herbal, but it has got a little hint of vanilla through this one. Little probably a little aniseediness, not too much, so don't worry if you're not keen on aniseed, it goes through nicely. So half a Galliano. If you haven't got Galliano, you could probably, what would you use instead? I'm trying to think. Possibly a Benedictine, be a bit sweeter perhaps. Strega, if you've got Strega. Controversial, but probably even a little bit of Jägermeister might go. It won't be quite so, it'll probably be a bit too herbally, but whatever you fancy. Then we're going to go for 1.5 pineapple juice. This one isn't too fussy if you don't, if you're a bit off on your measures, so don't worry too much. So, oh, Robert, tequila shots on board. I don't know whether I trust myself. Did you join in? That's the question. And then just 1/4 of a shot of your lime juice. I don't know if Laura's here. I think Laura was going to try and shake along with this one, but if not, I'm sure she'll catch up. And then dash of sugar syrup in here if you want to. And then, no, don't put the fizz in yet. All kind of disaster. So some cubes of ice. I'm going to give this one a really good shake in. And I'm going to serve this one up into a coupe. I'm hoping it'll fit for some fizz. Actually, no, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this cocktail glass instead. I'll save the coupe for later. Cocktail glass, I think, is a little bit bigger. And shaky time. Didn't join it though. It's always a bit risky, isn't it? Especially if you don't know people too well. That's cold hands, so condensation on the side. That tends to be how I get to know that the cocktail's at the right temperature for me. Some people will count, you can do that as well. Some people will count how many shakes, all sorts of ways of doing it. I take the easy way. If you can, chill down your glasses, chill down your shaker, things like that before you start your cocktails. Because the coolness really brings out a lot of the flavours in most cocktails. So let's strain that one in. It smells gorgeous. I'm absolutely loving this one already. I'll have a bit of foam on top there. So the foaminess in this one is from the pineapple juice. So pineapple juice will foam up and give you that. And we have got space. If you want to, you could serve this similar to a porn star martini with the fizz on the side in a little glass, because it's about a shot and a half. But I'm just going to top up on mine. But that would be a nice way to do it, especially if you're doing it for party, things like that. So about a shot or so. Or I like reasonably full looking glass. But that's me. And then our garnish here is pineapple and a cherry, and I've got my, well, the glass is too wide for cocktail sticks really, so I am going to sink a cherry to the bottom, and so just plop it into the middle, get a bit of syrup as well in there, really nice. And what have I done with my pineapple? So fresh pineapple, we seem to waste it a little bit, even if we use some and then we don't use it all. So I tend to use the Zest Co dried pineapple whenever we've got pineapple garnish. And it just looks so pretty as well. And what I love is how they go when they soak up all that lovely alcohol, or your drink, and then you can eat them at the end like sweet. Which is really lovely. So they come out really pretty. That one's a bit squished. But I'm just going to float that one on the top like a daisy. There we go. So this, I don't think I've told you what it's called, have I? This is a Barracuda cocktail. Let's have a taste. Oh yeah. That's really nice. That one does taste a little boozy. So if you like your cocktails to taste like they have got alcohol in, rather than the ones that taste like pop and you get through like crazy, that one you can really get that rum coming through. It's beautiful. So that's our Barracuda. Ooh, making a mess. Table's all sticky again. So our next one, we're going back on board, little onboard inspiration from Arvia, and I spotted one in the menu and it reminded me of like a breakfast martini, something like that, and so I thought go for it. So this one is called Ernest. I don't know the measures on this, so I've taken the ingredients that are described on the menu and hopefully it tastes a little bit like it. We'll find out. So for this one, 4 ingredients. You will need some rum, spiced rum. I'm going to use the Golden Tide, which if you hadn't noticed, I have not opened yet. So let's have a sniff. Oh, pop. Oh, that's nice. Really nice. I absolutely love rum. I think rum is probably my favourite spirit. Although I drink a lot of gin and things like that, I think that's just because it's just so popular, isn't it? Gin is everywhere. But actually, my real love is the rum. It's absolutely lovely. So, hi Greg. Greg's just back from Arvia, so hopefully he can tell us a bit about the cocktails. So Greg, we've done Missionary's Downfall, which is from the atrium on Arvia, but I don't know if there were rum cocktails on your cruise for Arvia, whether they switched back to the around the world cocktails, because I know Greg sent me some menus as well. So everybody goes on a cruise and sends me the cocktail menus. It's great. But I think we're back to the around the world ones. So I think it's Robert that had the lovely rum cocktails, and now we're back to the lovely around the world cocktails, which I haven't actually tried to recreate those yet, apart from one. I think I did the raspberry, like the Veneto Scrapino one. That was lovely. Anyway, I'm waffling again, aren't I? Just having a chat. Oh yeah, Greg says they switched back to around the world cocktails when they're okay. So that's a shame. We don't get rum cocktails in Europe. That's But I believe the Golden Tide is on board though, because I know some of you have tried it neat and said that it was really nice. So I'm going to try a little shot neat later. But anyway, I'll stop waffling. Golden Tide or a spiced rum, or you could use a dark rum. Probably say choose your favourite rum. The spice tends to work a little bit better here, I would say, because we've got some orange flavours coming into this. Okay, so rum, some Campari. So I found some dregs, but I did buy another bottle, so I've got another bottle waiting. I've got more than I thought. So Campari is bitter orange. It's not for everybody, but if you like a Negroni, you'll probably like the flavours that come through in this. So Campari rather than Aperol. Aperol is less alcohol content, slightly different balance of flavour. You'll need some marmalade. So I've raided the cupboard and I've got my friend's homemade marmalade. So I hope this is good, Ellie, because yeah, it's going in a cocktail. Okay. Ellie's not in the group, but my mum has popped around, so if they are watching, they might be having a sneaky watch. So thank you, Ellie, for the marmalade. And then some orange juice. Now, normally we have orange juice in the fridge. We didn't have any, so I have squeezed an orange. So I've got fresh orange juice for this one. So 4 ingredients, that's all you need. If you haven't got orange juice, you could use lemon juice here, but I'd say the orangey flavours are really what we're after. Okay, shaky, shaky time. So this one's all shaken as well. So get some ice in there. Okay. Try not to lose it. One more. And we are going for 1.5 to 2 of your rum. So if you've got a really rich rum, you might just want to go around the 1.5. I've not tried this one, so I'm probably going to go 1 3/4. There we go. Glug, glug, glug. Lovely new bottle glug. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's really, yeah. I'm going to like that one. I know I'm going to like that one because I like the other one, and there's a similar scent coming through from the seaweedy bits. And that was a bit like Wallace and Gromit then, wasn't it? I haven't had a drink today, by the way. This is just my normal, yeah, whatever it is. Anyway, 3/4 of a shot of your Campari. So I love Campari. I quite like just Campari and tonic or Campari and soda type drink, or pop it in your Prosecco, but I do like a bitter drink. If you're not too keen on the bitterness, then drop it down to half. You'll still get a bit of that flavour through. And when you're choosing your marmalade, I don't know whether this is a bitter marmalade or not, but again, if you've got a bitter marmalade, that's going to make your drink more bitter. Or you might need, oh, it's brand new, got a bit of thingy on. Or you might need to, what am I trying to say? Yeah, use a sweeter one if you prefer less bitterness. So I'm going to have to lick the spoon. I know it's really bad, but household gem. You want a nice heaped spoon of it. This one is quite a thick cut. I'm going to have lots of bits of orange in there, so I'm going to go for a little bit more. If you've got sort of one without the rind in, or thin cut, you'll have more jamminess. Oh, ooh, that's really nice. That is quite bitter, actually. Yeah, work. Ooh, really nice. Oh, and then we want, sorry, half forgetting that I'm actually live. You want half a shot of orange juice, so not too much. It's just bringing in a bit of that freshness. And I'm going to serve this one up into a coupe. And we'll have a good old shake. Let's get rid of those. Of course, in half of my shaker I've used mint, and in another one I've used pineapple. So this one might go a little bit frothy because yeah, fine. So I'm sitting on it. I am. I'm sitting on it. Tea towel. There we go. That's a bit better. There we are. Right, good old shake. Let's get back on track. So we want a really good shake on this one because the marmalade is going to be sticky and quite thick. We want that alcohol to cook through that. Okay, I just do it. Ooh, really cold. Then we're going to strain that into our coupe. Again, probably should double strain this really, but I'll not worry too much. I don't mind when I'm at home. I'm more picky when I'm out. If a barman hasn't double strained, then I'm like, but when I'm at home, it's my own, it's my own fault, isn't it? There we go, beautiful colour on that. In fact, isn't it? Yeah, the label on the bottle really matches up lovely with that. So here you could use sort of a disc of orange zest. I had a bit of a disaster with my orange zest, so I've got just a silly little spiral. But orange zest to garnish, float that in or hang it off the side, whatever you want to do with it. Let's have a taste, because this I think will be really good. Ooh, that's really nice. It's bitter, but there's a freshness coming through from it, and that rum is just, oh, yum, 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 yum. Well, I'm liking all of these, but then they are all rum. I'll stop drinking it in a minute. Behave myself. Okay, that is beautiful. So again, it's one from the Arvia menu from Caribbean. I hope that tastes similar. If you've had one, maybe you could try it. Tell me if I'm right. I don't know. I also don't know how they're served. Haven't really seen any pictures of the Arvia cocktails yet. So, you know, if you're on board and you've got some of those cocktails, please do send me pictures. I love seeing pictures so I know how to serve stuff. Right, here we go. This is going to be the messy one and the loud one because we're going to get the blender out. So this is a favourite of lots of you, I know that, and I've forgotten the banana. Can you guess what it is yet? So we're going to have a go at a zesty banana. Go with me, just getting banana. I've forgotten the cream as well, so Tony, if you're watching, can you get me the single cream? So this one, I'm going to have to make some space here. Is, I don't know whether it's P&O one. What? Single cream, please. I am going to use the Tidal Rum again. No, I'm not. I'm not going to, because I want to drink that. I'm going to use the Havana Club. So I've got a Havana Club one here, which is another good one for cocktails. So I'm going to go with the Havana Club so I can save my Tidal Rum for other things. Let me just get those out of the way again. Gosh, rum everywhere. I'm on the dregs though of most of them, I have to say. So blender out. So let's bring the blender into action. And I'm going to serve this one into a hurricane. This is my Royal Caribbean hurricane. So thank you very much. Cream. And I'm just going to pop that ice into there. My crushed ice has started to melt, so we'll have to top up with some others, but we'll not worry too much. And the downside from being away from the kitchen. And probably should have used crushed ice in my blender, but we'll not worry, it'll handle it, she says. So we'll have that ready over here, and we'll go with the blender. So some ice into there, crushed ice into your blender if you can. Probably about a cupful. So crushed or cracked will be better for your blender. The NutriBullet does tend to handle the big ice cubes quite well, so I don't mind too much. Up to you how you treat your blender. Oh, hi Emma. Oh, it's washing and ironing. Oh no. Oh no. So Emma is just back off Arvia as well. And absolutely wonderful seeing the photos. It looks beautiful. I loved Iona, but Arvia just looks that a little extra there. Anyway, what do we need? We need rum. So I'm going with Havana rum. You need some coffee liqueur. So I have Kahlua, which is probably my go-to coffee liqueur for cocktails, to be honest. You can use Tia Maria here. You could use, I've actually got a cold brew Jägermeister, which is really nice. Less sweetness with that one. That would work well here as well. You'll need some banana liqueur. Where's my banana one? Here's my banana one. I have got the Giffard Banana de Brazil. So this is Brazilian bananas. And so that's quite a rich liqueur, really lovely. The best banana liqueur I had was one that I bought that was a local producer from the Canary Islands. I think that was the Gran Canaria one. I've also had them from Madeira and they're absolutely just beautiful. So if you are going to the Canaries, going to Madeira, have a look for banana liqueur because it's cheap and it is gorgeous. So go for that. You'll need a banana and you'll need some single cream. If you don't like coffee, so you don't want to use the coffee liqueur, you could pop in here creme de cacao, so chocolate liqueur. You could actually get away with a creamy one, but I'd probably go for more of the non-creamy one. So, for Robert, Arvia definitely has the edge over Iona. Sorry, Wesley. So Captain Wesley is in the group. He often pops up sometimes. So, yeah. Did you have Captain Canby? Captain Canby was our captain when we were on Iona, actually. And he was very good. So I think, I know he's the main captain, isn't he? But I don't know if he's actually on board at the moment. Anyway, let's go. Because this one, I don't really like doing blender cocktail. I don't like the noise. But they are good. They're good for the poolside. They're good up on the sun deck. So, as we've had some lovely weather lately, you might want to get out in the garden with one of these. So we're going for 2 rum. If you don't like rum too much, you could go for vodka. You could go for whiskey. Whiskey will work well here with the banana. Yeah, actually I might try it with whiskey. Then we're going to go for 1 of our coffee liqueur, so 1 Kahlua for me. Now time, I'm waffling on so much that I'm behind, so apologies if you're waiting for your dinner. There we go. And then we're going for 1 banana liqueur. I absolutely love banana liqueur. There's just something, I don't know. It's lovely. And then we want 2 single cream. So, no, don't make a mess. Glug, 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 glug. If you haven't got banana liqueur or cream, but you've got banana milkshake, something like that, that could work here. That looks pretty revolting in there, but don't worry, it gets better. And then a banana. So ideally you want, our bananas are not very ripe yet. Ideally you want an overripe banana. Squishier the better. They've just got that more, I don't know what the edge is, but they've got a better edge to them for the cocktail. Then I'm gonna put this on, see what we get. Right, got my glass ready. I'm not going to worry about straining this one. It'll come straight out of the blender if the blender can handle it. So apologies for the noise. Here we go. Still got a few clattering around. Another noise. Do us for now. I forgot to save a bit of banana, save a slice of banana with the skin still on, with the peel still on, for use as your garnish. I forgot to do that. That's all right. Again, we're at home, it doesn't matter. Pour that in. Oh, my ice has gone squidgy at the bottom. A little bit extra. A tip is, if the barman has filled your glass and there's still some in the end of the shaker, ask them if they can pour that into another glass for you. Because, you know, you wouldn't want to waste it, would you? 1 of the 5 a day. Yes, 1 of the 5 a day. So, as I haven't done my banana, let's get a little fun in there. There we go. A dirty banana. Let's have a go. Oh yeah, that's nice. I might have a bit of banana stuck up my straw though. Yeah, got banana stuck there, but that tastes delicious. So if you're doing that, whiz it up some more so you don't get banana stuck up your straw, or get one of those big fat straws. I've seen them in bars, but I've never seen them for sale. Not that I've gone looking, but you can get some big fat paper straws. That might be an idea. So there's our dirty banana. That is really yummy. That wouldn't last long with me, that one. Oh, Emma said, didn't get to try any of the rum cocktails in the Amber Lounge. Is the Amber Lounge the one in the atrium? Like the Emerald Bar is on Iona. They'd run out of ingredients. Oh, so even though Robert didn't make his way down the menu on the transatlantic, someone did. All right, and our last one, so this one, I don't know if I've got this right at all, but it's another one inspired by the Arvia menu, and this is Siren's Temptation. And this reminded me very much of sort of a Mai Tai, a Hurricane, that sort of thing, maybe even a punch, that sort of one. We are going to use 3 rum. Well, I'm going to use 3 rums here. Don't worry if you haven't got 3 rums. You could go with 1 or 2 or whatever. I am going to use, and I've got to put them down somewhere. Here we go. I'm going to use the Golden Tide because that is what's used on board in the write-up. I mentioned the Golden Tide. Then I am going to use, dark rum, and I'm actually going to be really naughty. Where have I put it? Here it is. I'm going to use a navy rum. So this is, in fact it gets naughtier than this. This is a navy rum which is 57%. I really like the flavours in this one, Woods rum. It's actually quite an affordable one for a dark one for cocktails. Emma likes the dirty bananas on Sky Princess. Yes, I think that is a princess cocktail actually. I don't think they've ever been on P&O, but I know a lot of you like them. And then I'm going to also use an Overproof rum. So this is really optional with this one, but it is used on board, I believe. So I've got the Wray Nephew Overproof rum. It's a white one. You can get golden ones and dark ones as well. I would say if you'd like to try cocktails with the Overproof rum can be quite expensive in this country. So if you are on holiday in the Caribbean, that's where to pick up your rum, especially things like the Overproof rum that are not so popular here. Yeah, just for the things to buy when you're on holiday. So I'm going to use these 3 rums. I haven't yet decided, and if anybody has had this one on board, I don't know whether the dark rum actually gets floated on the top or whether it's mixed in. So I'm probably going to mix it in just for ease. But that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this one gets served, so I'm doing my take on it. You will also need some apricot liqueur. Ooh, it's right over here. So I've got the Giffard one. I do like the Giffard liqueurs. They work really well. And this is apricot, so you could use an apricot brandy, and you'll very easily find apricot brandy in the supermarket. They often have their own brand, or Bowls de Kuiper, brands like that you'll find in the supermarket. Then we're going to use some, I don't even know how to say it, orge, I don't know. It's an almond syrup, okay. You can make your own. I think it's fairly easy, but I can't be bothered, so I tend to buy the Monin one. And then you'll want some citrus juice. So I'm going to go with the lime juice again, if I've got enough. Otherwise I'll top up with my orange juice, but you could use lemon here or lime, whichever you prefer. And then a little dash of, I'm going to use a little dash of grenadine. On board they mentioned pomegranate juice, so I think they probably just put a dash of pomegranate juice in, which I'm guessing is for the colour. So quite a few ingredients going on here, not that one. But it's worth it if you love Mai Tais, hurricanes, Planters Punch, all of those sorts of flavours. I think you will like this one a lot. So let's get that out of the way. Whoa. All right. And I'm going to bung it all in the same one. So where's my, there we are. Some ice into there. I think I should have saved some crushed ice for this one as well, but the ice is melting fast today, so I'm going to do without that. And what's in the bottom of that? Oh, that's my marmalade. Oh no, I've chosen all the ingredients that mess up my shakers today, haven't I? Oh well, it'll be fine. Right, let's go. So we're going to go for one of our Golden Tide. So one spiced rum. If you haven't got Golden Tide, a spiced rum. So Morgan's spiced rum, Sailor Jerry. There's Shop's Own as well, isn't there? So spiced rum is generally quite easy to come by. Dead Man's Fingers is another good one, and a lot of distilleries doing their own spiced rum. Fen Spirits do a nice spiced rum, more of a local one, that one. I've got cream in the jig, so I don't know what this one's going to come out like. Cream in here, marmalade in there, over me. Anyway, one of your spiced rums. Then we're going to go for half of the dark rum. So the dark rum's 57%, well mine is 57%. Most dark rums are around the 40-42, so it depends how much you like that richness of your rum. I've gone over a little bit there. I'm not going to worry. Then we're going to go for, I think it's half, yep, half of our Overproof rum. So the Overproof rum, this is 63%. Also, go steady with it. It's one for cocktails. Some people do drink it neat, but not something I'd go for. Oh, hang on. I've got one of them fully stoppers on. Don't know, not coming out. There we go. Ooh. Sometimes they just need a little prod. So half an Overproof. This has really that really lovely rummy rumness, as I call it. Really, I don't know, there's just something about the rum scent that I really like. We're going for half of the apricot liqueur. I'm trying to speed up a bit, but I'm not doing very well with the speeding up. This smells good. So I think I'm going to have to go on a Caribbean cruise on Arvia, just try the cocktails. Okay. I'm going for half of our almond syrup. So this is what makes me think Mai Tai, really. And then I am going for one shot of our lime juice. So, lime or lemon, whatever your preference. I absolutely love lime, so lime is always going to be my preference, that's for sure. And then I'm just going to go with a dash of grenadine. Like I said, I think this is more for colour than flavour. If you've got pomegranate juice, then it'd probably go half a shot. But I'm just going to do a dash of the syrup, because grenadine sends everything. A dash. I never know what a dash is, to be honest. Okay, good old shake, and I'm going to serve it up into my tiki glass because it just screamed Mai Tai to me. So I know that they probably are not serving it in a tiki glass like this, which is massive. But I love it and I don't get to use it very often. So it's got to be worth it. I'm running out of ice. Good job it's the last one. There we go. In fact, I might have overfilled because you never know what we're going to get out of this. So I'm not going to worry about, there's a little bit of marmalade in there, but I'm not going to worry about that. Here we go. Hi Lorraine. Wray Nephew is very funky. It's, yeah, I really like to have it. It's mainly because I love the rum cocktails and I do like a Mai Tai and things like that. So I always like to include it. But I think there's even one that's more than this, but yeah, it's a Jamaican one, this one. Yeah, Jamaican. Right, shake, shake. Oh, my hand's getting too cold. So here we go. Oh, it smells amazing. This is, I know years ago, went with friends to Barbados a couple of times, and we used to buy from the supermarket something called Chester's Zesty Grog, and it used to come in 5 litre containers, and this reminds me a bit of it. It's just, it was great. Look at that colour, absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Oh, this might be the perfect glass for it as well. Fantastic. Oh, lovely. It honestly, the smell of this, oh, it's great. So I am going to just see if I can slice a bit of orange off here, because I think the orange will go nicely, as well as a little pineapple flower. Have I done that the right way? No, I'm rubbish at my garnish. I should probably pop a cherry in there as well, but for speed, as I'm well over my normal time, apologies. Oh, can't wait to try this one. Oh, that is so good. That is too good. That'll have us falling over at the end of the night. That's for sure. If you wanted to, I would say top that up with possibly soda, maybe even, I'd say cola. No, not cola. Maybe a Sprite, something like that. So if you want to make it longer, God, this is good. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, I will stop. So just a reminder that some of these are using the Golden Tide. Can get it online from Tidal Rum. I'll pop some links in actually, because it was really easy to and quick ordering from them. And I think this and their normal one, which I really am getting through, is absolutely lovely. So I bought these as part of an offer, so it's worth looking out for the offers, but beautiful rum, really is. So let's get our line up. Which order are we going in this way? God, I've got rum everywhere. Goodness me. Dirty banana. Have you got his face that side? Yes, you have. Oh, and we had that one, didn't we? Oh, it's a pretty good lineup actually. Quite impressed. Now I've got to remember what's in them all. I will refer to my notes. And then, so we started off with this one here, which is a very mojito-esque. This was a Missionary's downfall. So that was a rum creme de pêche, so peach liqueur, peach schnapps, lime juice, pineapple juice, and a bit of honey syrup in there. That's probably one of the easiest ones and a good one if you're having barbecues or something. You can make up a big jug. You just increase the number of ingredients and pop that into a jug. That would make a great barbecue one. It's not over the top, but it tastes really delicious. Then we had our Barracuda. I really like this. So this was our rum, our Galliano, our pineapple juice, lime juice, topped up with fizzy wine. So really nice one there. Then we had Ernest. So this is more probably after dinner one, but I wouldn't say no to this any time of day, to be honest. So this was our rum, our Campari marmalade and some orange juice in there. So if you love that bitter orange flavour, if you like a Negroni but want something a bit different, I think that one will suit you. Then we had the very popular Dirty Banana. So in here we had our rum, our creme de banane, our Kahlua, our cream, a banana, and what else was in there? Something else? That's right, rum, coffee, liqueur, banana. Yeah. That was a blender one, so get the blender out for that one. If you don't have a blender, what you can do is mash up the banana really, really well, and then shake up the ingredients with lots of crushed ice, and then pour that in. It should be okay, but it will be a bit lumpy. And then this one, I hope I've got this right. So the ones that are from on board are the first one, the third one, and the fifth one. I don't know how they serve them on board. I've never been on board, but I think I've got the flavours right. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm guessing mine is a bit boozier than the one on board. So we had 3 types of rum. I used the Golden Tide, some dark rum, Overproof rum, some apricot liqueur, some almond syrup, and some lime juice, and then a dash of grenadine in there. And that was, so these are all absolutely delicious. I think Tony and I will definitely fight over some of these. So you better choose wisely. So thank you very, very, very much. Like I said at the beginning, welcome back to everybody who's been on board Arvia the last couple of weeks. Thank you so much for sharing the pictures. That's what the group is all about. We just love to share in people's experiences on board and what they do and what they enjoy. So thank you very much for sharing that. I know there are some members joining Arvia tonight as well, so hopefully we'll have some more pictures just to keep us going. I can say I'm on a cruise next month, so I'm going to be on Britannia to the Fields, which I'm really excited about. It's been a long time since I've been on a cruise and I haven't got another one afterwards, so I'm going to make the most of it. But thank you so much. I will sort out a date for the next one. If there's anything you want me to try out, anything you've bought while you've been away that you'd like me to experiment with, then just let me know. I absolutely love creating new things and having a challenge, so just let me know. And if you need any tips or hints, again, just give me a shout. Thank you very, very much. Have a lovely evening, and I'll catch up with you in the group. Thank you very much. Bye.